Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cholera bringing you Game 3 of Group E of the 2008 MSL. And we have here, we're looking at Shark right now, a Zerg player who won the last game with a surprise lurker attack at the end where I thought he was about to lose actually. And his opponent will be Lucifer, who pulled off a very daring and all-in proxy Dark Templar rush in Game 1 against Nada and managed to defeat him quite handily actually with that rush. And they'll be facing each other on Tiamat, which is a new two-player map, completely new for the MSL, so this is the first time I'm seeing it. And it's an interesting map, played on the space tile set. Has expansions that are quite easy to hold on each player's side of the map. And here we have Lucifer here spawning in yellow at the 11 o'clock position, and we have Shark spawning in white, I believe, at the 5 o'clock position. But yeah, on the left and right side of the map, there are, I believe, 3 expansions you can get. And the first 2 of those expansions are blocked off from access from anywhere other than your natural expansion by these large side disruptors. But once those side disruptors are down, they're quite easy to flank. They have 2 exits leading from them, so they'll be quite easy to flank. The natural expansion on this map actually has 2 avenues leading from it too, so it might be a little difficult for Terran to hold a fast expansion. We'll see how it works for Protoss also, because there are 2 ways for the Zerg to get through, especially if the Zerg, the smaller way, does require breaking down some side disruptors to get to, and once again, that could play a critical factor in this match. It looks like Shark actually Lucifer sending out an early probe scout here, getting it out after the forge is done, after the first pylon is done, rather. Looks like he's about to plant a forge there, actually, and go for sort of a Bisu build, because it is on his natural expansion. We'll see how good cannon placement can be on this map. And it looks like an overpull being produced here for Shark, so perhaps worried about a little cheese, or perhaps thinking about doing a mini rush of his own here. That is one of the quickest builds that Zerg can get for their spawning pool. Of course, the 9 pool straight off would be a little faster, but also a little less economical. And yeah, so I had another StarCraft stream last night, and this is one that I need to discuss with you guys because it's quite a difficult question. I was somehow playing Terran on Lost Temple, and I did some kind of all-in rush against a Zerg player. I don't remember the exact details, but at the very end of it, I had exactly 1 command center, 1 barracks, 2 barracks left, and the Zerg player had his hatchery and 3 drones left. But he also had some Zerglings that were killing off my buildings, so I had to float all my buildings to one of those corner expansions, you know, on those islands in Lost Temple. And I was wondering who would win in that game. I had exactly 50 minerals also, so I could build exactly 1 SCV. And at this point, he had 3 drones when I was already landed my command center at the corner expansion with my 2 barracks there. So I had command center, 1 SCV producing versus a hatchery and 3 SCVs, 3 drones, and a couple of Zerglings. Who would win that game? I think it would be him, but I'm not sure. I don't know why I have dreams that are this detailed. That's quite amazing. But looks like a 2 hatchery build being done here for Shark, and looks like a Bisu build here going up for Lucifer. He's getting his 2 cannons at his front door, and his Nexus is already coming up. So fairly fast expansion here from him. We'll see if he decides to take the other elements of the Bisu build in account. For example, getting his Corsairs out very early and then going for DTs or perhaps for Reavers afterwards. And so yeah, Shark actually just pulling off a surprise victory last game. I don't feel his play was that great last game, to be honest, against Goodfriend. I think he had poor defense of his new expansions, rather lackluster Mutalisk micro that didn't do anything. But at the end, his all-in push, when both players, when they're losing, they often go for this sort of bonsai charge, and it almost never works. But in this case, it actually worked out for him. So really surprising there. I think Goodfriend was just caught exactly at the wrong moment when he didn't have his siege tech up and managed to lose those tanks of his. And it looks like Shark has gone for his 2nd expansion now at the sort of central position there. And that actually is, I think, only accessible from the main choke point at the start of the game before those assimilators are, before those disruptors are down. So, looks like we are going to see a Cybernetics core here for Lucifer, and Lucifer should be going for Corsairs next if he decides to follow the Beast build sort of order. And I think that is the preferred build order, the sort of standard build order here. I'm actually going to look up Tiamat and see exactly how easy it is to hold that expansion there. Oh, actually, no, it is very difficult to hold that mineral-only expansion that the Zerg player has gone for, actually. That is one of the more exposed positions. Of course, it is on his route to Lucifer's base, and it looks like he's going for his lair and for his Hydra's den, so we could be seeing some fast lurkers here. Perhaps with a drop capability also. We'll have to see about that. And it looks like Lucifer will have spotted his fast expand here. And I don't know much about either player. Lucifer does look like the stronger player just from game 1 when he pulled off that rather audacious rush. But then again, it was just a rush. So I haven't seen either player's any stunning mid-game or late-game play from either player. So this could be quite an interesting match. Looks like the Stargate is going up for Lucifer here. And yeah, so if you guys have a hankering for watching a serious rivalry, I suggest strongly you watch Firebat Hero versus Savior tonight in the Pro League. And also on May 10th, they will be facing off each other in the same group of the MSL. They will definitely be dueling to the death there. So you can see whether Savior can get humiliated again terribly and have Firebat Hero perform some elaborate, terrible ceremony to him. Or perhaps whether Savior can finally get some revenge on him and gain his mojo back, maybe. By beating Firebat Hero, his nemesis for the last year. And yeah, it looks like Scouting Pro being killed by the Zerglings. And yeah, if you want to see the cast in English for tonight's game, I believe people at sc2gd.com are going to be doing the cast live, or at least in the chat room they will be talking about it. So